tuned into 1100 WSGI, and this is Lee Marie in for U-Turn Laverne on one street over. I'm so glad you all have joined us today. Let us go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much. What a gorgeous day it is today, and yesterday too. We are so thankful and so blessed. Today, please just guide our steps. Take these shows where you want them to go. We love you. We praise you. May everything we do today glorify you. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
All right. I'm excited.
Me too.
This is the first time I've talked to you.
Yes, officially.
I've been meaning to, I know we've been meaning to, but it's great that I'm filling in for a U-turn today, so I get to.
I know, that was a nice surprise when you reached out yesterday. And I was like, oh, okay, yes. This will be fun. It'll be fresh.
Yes, exactly. So for those of you that don't know, but I'm sure most people do know, Rachel Allison from Stay Positive News. Yes, there she is.
Hey.
Looks beautiful on camera. If you're watching on, if you're listening in your car, just remember that you can certainly see the replay of this on Facebook or on YouTube. And you can share it because it could be a lot of great information you're definitely going to want to share. All right. So since this is the first time I've interviewed you, I want to know a little bit about you because I don't know anything.
Yeah. So I'm a transplant.
Okay.
I grew up in New Hampshire, but I moved here in 2013 for college, where I met a Southern boy from Goodlettsville and, fell in love and that whole story. So I stayed. We currently live in Gallatin, Tennessee. But yeah, so about a year ago, myself and two business partners started Stay Positive News. That we realized there was a real need within our community to have a news source that is accurate, covers local stories, and is positive. Because I don't know if you watch the regular news or not, but a lot of emphasis is on negative things usually, what they call clickbait. So we don't do that. We wanted to be a positive light for our community, and it's been a really awesome. We launched last May, and it's been just an amazing year so far, telling the stories of our community in a positive light.
Now you said that, it's something our community needed, but really it's what our whole world needs.
Yes, yes. And I would love to cover the news of the whole world, but I figured I'd start right here first.
Well, I'm so glad you guys picked Springfield and, Robertson County.
Yeah.
So is it mostly just Robertson County or?
We cover Sumner too, because that's where I live. And I feel like Sumner and Robertson do have quite a bit of things in common, although they're very different and very unique. But yeah, we cover both of those counties, and it's been really great because I've met a lot of people through it, such as yourself and Laverne, and just been exposed to a lot of great community leaders as well. So it's been awesome.
Ah, very cool. All right. So let people know, first off, how they even read this.
Yeah. So we're an online news media website. The website is www.staypositive.news. Don't do .com. You'll be taken somewhere else. But
okay.
So we're online. That's where we publish our articles. We usually put out 2 to 3 articles a week. And then we have a Facebook page and an Instagram where we will share the articles, but we also share other fun stuff on there, positive, uplifting things, fun videos, what's going on around town, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And in addition to news, we also have a community calendar that we like to keep updated. And so, if you're looking for something to do, you are encouraged to go to staypositive.news and click on the community calendar and see what things are going on. And all the events on our calendar are either free or they are like a benefit for like a local nonprofit. So if you have a free event that you want advertised on our calendar, please shoot us a message too.
Oh, wow, that's great to know.
Yeah, I'm good. I feel like I'm gonna get some stuff from you now.
Yeah, because I do the Go Show is every first Wednesday. No, every Wednesday. Sorry, which means right after your leave, I will be doing the 8 o'clock hour, which is the Go Show. And so I try to cover family friendly things to go to that, of course, are positive, and
Hmm.
oftentimes many of them are free, and people just don't even know about them.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be following you now and looking at your calendar because that will
Yay.
be a great source for me.
Yeah.
Up until now, I've just been going through and relying on like a lot of the invites on Facebook, which I
Okay.
love when groups put them in that format because they make them so easy to find,
Hmm.
or events when they make it an event, because then you can just search for this week, events, and there they all come up. So I'm trying to encourage more people to do that, but I'm glad to know that you also have these calendar features. So I'm going to definitely be checking that out. That's awesome. And I can tell, I mean, that's staying positive. That was the whole reason why I wanted to even be here, because there's enough of the other, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's fun too,
Mhm.
to highlight people that probably wouldn't normally get highlighted in the news,
Mhm.
and stories that typically wouldn't, because I'm sure those big news companies, they get like a million requests a day, right?
Mhm.
But when we get a request into us, like, hey, you should cover this story, or hey, you should look into this, we follow up on every single one of those requests.
Mm.
So it's really special. It's really sweet. And then it's great too because people love to share the articles, especially when they know like somebody who's in it or they know the organization that it's talking about.
Ah, okay.
And so it's just really a fun thing that kind of draws our community together.
So if people do want to share a story with you, how do they do that?
Well, there's several different ways. Honestly, we're not picky. You can message us on social media if you'd like. You can shoot us an email. My email is Rachel at staypositive.news. And then you can send me any information. We also have a form right on our website
Mm.
that you can fill out with
Ah.
any sort of request or news story or community calendar event.
That's wonderful. All right, I'm definitely you're gonna definitely gonna be seeing some stuff from me, because I tend to be involved with a lot of different groups and things, and I see a lot of wonderful things happening, and I always say, oh, I wish I had time to submit this, because for a while I was submitting some stuff to the connection,
Mm,
and then it got, it's just hard because you have to do it by noon on Wednesday, and there's a lot of formalities, and so I just kind of I get backlogged.
yeah.
So I haven't submitted a lot of things that I've been wanting to. So, but now I know I can just kind of shoot them off to you, and
Yeah.
if you like it, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We don't have too many strict deadlines for
Okay.
you.
Right.
We do send out a weekly like email blast that touches on our calendars
Okay.
for the week, like what things are coming up that week. So
Okay.
if it's during the week, just try to get it to us like before Sunday.
Okay. Before Sunday. All
Yeah.
right. And so is that an email that they just go to your website and sign up for?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
You can sign up on our website. I think it's like it'll do a little pop up for you to sign up for the newsletter.
Mm.
There's also a link to do it on our Facebook as well. So,
Awesome. Very cool. All right. So I bet you there's some things you want to tell us about right now that are coming
oh,
up, huh? All right.
yes.
We'll go for
Yeah.
it.
Well, so typically Laverne and I will
Mhm.
just kind of talk about some positive stories that have been going on in Robertson County. I come on once a month. So we've got quite a few
Ah.
that have happened over the past month here. But first, I wanted to say we have a couple new people that we added to our team at Stay Positive
Oh.
News. So I want to give them a quick shout out. The first one is Sarah Riccardi. She has been one of our writers since day one, but she has now been promoted to our creative director.
Wow.
Um, I was filling that role as the owner found one of the owners founders, and um, just we've been so blessed to be so busy and to grow so quickly that it was time. It was time to add somebody to the team to help with some of that stuff. So Sarah is now in charge of all of the articles that are going on our website. She's working with our group of writers to organize, who does what and She's helping out with our social media and things too. So shout out to Sarah. And if you want to get in contact with her, her email address is Sarah with an H, SARAH, at staypositive.news. So she's wonderful. She lives in Cottontown and she's super involved in the community, her church, the Chamber of Commerce. I think she also leads a BNI as well. So she's an awesome person, great fit for our team. And then our other new team member is a new writer. His name is Nick Hartman. If you go to Mount Carmel Baptist Church in Cross Plains, you definitely know Nick because he is the associate pastor of students and discipleship there. So I'm super excited that he reached out to us to he was interested in writing for us. He loves writing. He's great at writing. And yeah, it's just an awesome fit. So he's over there in Cross Plains and he's done one article for us so far and I think he has another in progress and it was really great.
Awesome. Wow, that is exciting. You guys are just, and you've only been around a year so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We still have several other writers that write for us too. We've got a great team. I'm so thankful for them because our articles are really, really well done because they truly care about what they're doing. And they truly have a passion for bringing positivity to our community. So super excited about that.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. So, what are some of the must go to things that you have?
Okay, so as far as like some positive news stories that have happened, I don't have a list of events for you
Oh, okay.
today,
Okay.
but
No worries.
I've got some positive news stories that we
Okay.
could talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Are you familiar with my father's house?
Yes.
You are. Okay, so we just covered them in a story. My Father's House mission is a nonprofit that serves Robertson County. And we did an article highlighting a man named Joseph. Have you heard of Joseph?
I don't
Or
know.
met him? Yeah, so he's a Robertson County native who was disabled since he was 7 years old and struggled with, some issues like literacy, drug-related imprisonment, and homelessness for a period of about 4 years. And he was found kind of at his low point by somebody who worked for My Father's House mission, and they brought him to a cold weather shelter in Springfield. And from there, he just completely turned his life around.
Wow.
An amazing story. He got sober. He started going to church. He was baptized. And then last month, he's no longer homeless officially. He has an apartment. Um, and all of this to thank for My Father's House mission,
Wow.
working with him, really loving on him. Um, their impact is significant on Joseph, but on so many other people in our community who are often overlooked and often forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just
That's
a really heartwarming
awesome.
story.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, not many people know that there is a cold weather shelter here in Springfield. And so that was something also important to us to highlight in that
Mm-hmm.
article is like a lot of times they'll see homeless people, especially in the winter time, when it's freezing cold, you'll see some homeless people out there and you're like, well, I'm not taking them to my house. I don't know where to send them. There is a place in Springfield for them to go. So it's just helpful for all of us to know that that resource is available
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Now they're expanding, right? They're going to be open other times as well than just cold.
I think that's the plan. Yeah, there's a lot of hoops to jump through for sure. And then there's also one that's in progress for Sumner County as well. But again, just it takes a lot of work, a lot of volunteers, a lot of hoops to jump through.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, such a great thing for our community.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Okay, so another one of our stories. Have you Have you ever toured Bath Fitter or been by Bath Fitter here in
Mm.
Springfield? Okay, Bath Fitter. Have you toured any of our plants in Springfield before?
I don't think I have actually.
Okay,
You'll
you
have to make me a list of what I should tour.
yeah, I think honestly, I know they probably can't just like take the general public through and
Uh-huh.
tour all of these
Uh-huh.
plants, but I was blessed to be able to tour them through Leadership Robertson County, which is a
Oh.
program put on by the Chamber of Commerce. Highly recommend for anybody in Robertson County who wants to meet new people, make connections, learn about Robertson County and all the great things about it. So anyway, I've got to tour all of these or several of the giant like production plants we have here. And if you haven't noticed, there's quite a few,
Mhm.
Bath Fitter being one of them. And so when you walk through this plant, like it is massive. It's what you imagine or what you see in the movies. Like they've just got like hundreds of thousands of square feet of warehouse space, and it's full of like machines and assembly lines and parts and pieces, and then bath fitter, so they're building bathtubs there. You see all of that lined up. It's really really cool. um so when I toured, the first section that they showed us was their safety section, and they have it color coded. And all I saw was green on the wall. So I'm like, that must be good. Because I think if we saw some red, that might be bad. And so what they explained to us while we were there is that green means, they had a safe day. And what that means is there was no work related accidents. And when they have hundreds of employees and they're doing some kind of dangerous work,
Mm.
manufacturing, producing, it's actually like that takes some effort to keep their people safe. That takes a lot of protocols to keep people safe. And go figure, they reached out to me a few weeks ago because they received the governor's TOSHA Safety Award,
Mm.
their fifth award since 2010. So they're truly in their safety era
Mm.
over there. I like to tease them. But if you're unfamiliar with TOSHA, it's Tennessee OSHA, and OSHA is pretty much required in like every workplace as far as like safety standards and having to live up to that. So um, they won that award. They needed 300,000 injury-free hours to qualify for that award,
Wow.
but but they're actually at 1 million
Oh
hours
my
right now
goodness. That's
without a
awesome.
so that means like it's without a lost time
Mm.
accident. Jason Otts is their director of manufacturing operations. He's doing a great job over there. He's been in that position for years and has just really, really grown the company in so many ways. Um, and what's really interesting is that Jason said, and this was emphasized at the award ceremony too, is that all of their employees are safety ambassadors. It's everyone's responsibility every day to do the right thing, to make the tough choice, to check all those safety boxes. Because at the end of the day, like you want to go home to your family,
Mhm.
you want to be able to come back to work, to be able to get paid to provide for your family.
Mhm.
And so that's just like really, really awesome. And I'll let you in on a little secret. If you are an employer and you're thinking like, wow, how did they go 1 million hours? Um, because I'll just little sidebar here. My father-in-law and my husband, they have a business, and it seems like every week somebody's getting hurt. Like it's like frequent, you know? And I feel like that's kind of the norm. So truly this is outstanding what Bath Fitter has done. But their secret is they have a program called Near Misses. And basically, they encourage their employees to report a situation that could have been an accident. And so it's like, okay, no one's going to get in trouble for it. Like, this is actually like they're encouraged to submit this, and they track them. And within the last year, I think they had, I want to say 2,000 near misses. So 2,000 potential accidents that could have happened, zero of which turned into an accident.
Mm.
So truly, truly amazing.
Mhm.
I um I got to give it up to Bath Fitter. They're doing great things over there. Great place to work as well. Obviously, if you're looking to switch jobs, highly recommend checking them out. Or another great place, which is right down the road from Bath Fitter, is AirTech. They are one of our Stay Positive partners, and I've also toured their facility several times. Amazing workplace. As far as like getting into the manufacturing and the production industry, they will take anybody, honestly. Like if you're ready to just learn something new and you're ready to like have an open mind and take some feedback and just show up and work, like they will train you on what you need to do. It doesn't matter how old, how young, if you're male, female, like they will train you as long as you're like willing and able. So, and like great hours too. You have your choice. You want to be first shift, second shift. So, lots of great opportunities for
Yeah.
work here in Springfield and Robertson County.
Very cool. I did not know about that.
Yeah.
I would love to tour that over there.
Yeah, well, I could definitely hook you up
All
because
right.
I know James over at AirTech and Jason at Bathfitter, so
Very cool.
for sure.
Awesome. All right. Any other stories?
Oh gosh, yes, yes.
While you look that up, though, actually, I'm going to do one of our commercial breaks so
Sure.
that we can get one of our sponsors in here. And so you guys will hear Laverne's voice.
If you need help in the real estate business, be sure and check out Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Prime Realty. New name, same great exit team. Barry and Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. Barry is our broker right here in Springfield, has an office there on the square. Rebecca has the office up in White House. She's one of the agents out of White House, and they took those two offices and combined them to bring you Exit Prime Realty. Again, new name, same great team. No matter what you're looking for in the real estate community, if you're buying or selling, if you're looking in Robertson County, they specialize in Robertson County properties because they're Cross Plainians and have been for 28 plus years, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. Barry is an expert marketer. Rebecca, one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. They can help you no matter what your need. And if you want to connect with them, you can Google them. Barry Richards, Exit Prime Realty, Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. Or if you like, you can just give her a call, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. Let them know U-Turn sent you.
All right, we are back in studio with Rachel Allison from Stay Positive News, getting to hear all about that, which is just so awesome. This opens a whole new world for me. I try to listen to most of Laverne's shows, but I have been so busy lately that I have to say that I've missed several of them. So I'm really excited that I got to interview you today. All right, where did we leave off? You had another cool story, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So at Stay Positive News, we just love telling stories about our community. All of our stories are super upbeat, positive. And if you haven't heard of us before, please, please, please go follow us on social media. We are staypositive.news on Facebook, Instagram, and go ahead and check out our website as well. It's www.staypositive.news. You can bookmark it to your browser and go back and check. We post new articles, 2 or 3 a week. And we'd love for you to also share this with your friends and family too, who could use a little positive boost. Since we've launched, we have heard a lot of great feedback from people that they're like really kind of attitude has changed about our community. And of course, like we're not taking 100% credit for that, but it's good to know that there are things going on within the community. It's good to know that there's positive things happening. There's positive people. A lot of times that stuff gets overlooked. So it's a great reminder for people. And we have people who haven't watched the news in like 10, 15 years who now are checking in on our site
Yes,
2 or
yeah.
3 times a week, reading all of our stories. They just can't get enough. They're like, yes, it's a breath of fresh air.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because that is a real thing. That is a real world you can live in. I am out in the community all the time, and I am meeting so many wonderful people and just having one positive experience after the next. And sometimes when I read on Facebook, some people that say, oh, there's nothing to do or no one's friendly or whatever, I'm just like, what county are you in? Like, you know,
Yeah.
I guess if you don't want to find something, then you won't. But I mean, one I will say one trick that I have is I don't have a television set. So I go
Ah.
out and experience everything myself,
Yeah.
and I have found a wonderful group of people, 100 of close friends to, everywhere I go. Like it's so, the experience that I've had here, I've only been here 6 years,
Okay.
and it is home, and I absolutely love it here. And I would never leave, and it's just the people. I just can't even explain it, but I feel bad when I see people complaining on social media, about, oh, these people doing this, or why are people hating so much, all this stuff. I'm just like, you know, be positive and go out and be a positive influence, and you will attract more, positiveness, right? Positivity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm really glad that you brought that up because and I use Facebook, but my feeds are all positive feeds. Like I have a lot of scripture and I have a lot of fun stories, animal videos. Like I don't have anything, if I see something dreadful that comes up, I just either block it, but lately I haven't been getting any. I think Facebook knows, like, don't even try her. She's not even going to click.
The algorithm.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing.
Mhm.
We've heard that from people too. Once they start following our page, Facebook and Instagram start recommending similar positive pages
Mhm.
for them. And all of a sudden, their newsfeed that used to be all people complaining and people fighting now
Mhm.
is positive like that. And that's a game changer to
Yes.
be able to get on the internet and
Right.
see good things
Yeah,
for
to
a
get
change.
inspired.
Yes.
So yeah, Facebook does not have to be, and the other socials, they don't have to be a source of negativity. If you start following the right stuff and doing the right thing, then that's what's going to open up when you open up your apps, and that's
Absolutely.
exactly what I'm
It
finding.
just changes your outlook on things too, for
Mhm.
sure. I love that. Where are you from, by the way?
I am from Southern California.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, but this is home now. I
Yes,
love
I
it.
never thought that I would leave. I loved the weather. I loved the beach. I lived at the beach for 10 years right on the water, and
Ooh.
it was beautiful. But I came here to visit. And I just remember saying, are you kidding me? This is here? It's like a different country. And I felt completely at home. And so in 6 days, we had found a farm, and I've never looked back. It's just the people, the neighbors. It's like a flashback in time for me, which, my email address is retrolimarie@gmail.com, which I kind of lived in. Like, I love the 1950s, I love the 1940s. And I taught swing dancing and used to perform with a team for over 20 years. And so we were always dressing in either 1920s, 1940s, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, or 1950s sock hop, poodle skirts. We did a lot of shows like that and just spreading love and joy. And so I always loved, like, my favorite music is from the 50s. But so then coming here, and how, like, all of our neighbors were so just like the 1950s. It was like a flashback, We're so close with our neighbors, and we do stuff, and everybody watches out for each other, and just everybody you meet, the manners, everyone is just so well mannered here. And I'm trying to, I want to be like this. I didn't come here to bring California with me.
Yeah.
I came here to be a Tennessean, and I'm trying my hardest. You have to, there's certain things, yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am.
Yeah.
They don't say that in California. But I love it. There's everything. I love everything about Robertson County and about Tennessee that, it's just, I'm trying to, to blend and to be more of this, not California. Because I feel like if I wanted to bring California here, no, like, stay in California or stay
Yeah.
in New York, because we have something special here. And if
Mhm.
everybody comes here and just, bulldozes over with how they were, it's not going to look like Tennessee anymore.
Right.
That's my view. So I
Yeah.
try to just kind of, become.
I love that. I feel like you're doing a great job based on what I've seen and I've heard. So,
Well, the thing that I did when I got here is I said, Lord, I don't know what you want me to do, but whatever you want me to do is fine. And I thought I was going to be teaching dance right away.
Mm.
But that wasn't the plan. He said radio. Well, actually, I was looking for a ministry to work in, and I kept praying, and the doors were closing. I'm like, Lord, what ministry do you want me in? And he said Laverne, because sometimes God will speak to me just in one words, because he knows my attention span, right? And I'm like, Laverne, like, that's not a ministry. She's got a radio show, And he said Laverne. So I came in, and I said, you don't have anyone helping you. Do you want me to just like help you, like watch the comments or help schedule guests? And she's like, yes, I would love that. So I did that, for like a year or something. And then the station manager offered me a show. And I said, oh, I can't. There's no way. I'm not techie. I'm nervous when I'm on the microphone with her. Like, no, and he's like, you can do it. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're saying that, Lord, if this is what you want. And so that's how I'm here. And so,
wow.
and God loves, God's got a great sense of humor. He loves to put people in things that they're completely not qualified for,
Yeah.
so that he can be like, oh yeah, well, look we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Girl,
yes. I mean, I love that. That's kind of how Stay Positive News happened for me too. Yeah, it kind of fell in my lap. I'll be completely honest, Stay Positive News was not my idea. It was made up by my two business partners, Donnie Eden and Jamie Nixon. And so they both have other businesses that they run, and they were like, we want this to happen, but we can't do it. And a friend of a friend was like, hey, I think you should meet with them. Like, you'd be the perfect person for this job. I had been looking for a new job at the time. And it just, we met, and from there, it was like boom, boom, boom. We got the name, we got the website, we got articles, we're live, like within 2 weeks.
See, that's how you know it is a God thing.
Yes.
Because there's no other way things can fall into place like that. Even the well in the square that I have right now next to Crossroads, is to the left of Crossroads Bookstore. I wasn't looking for anything. The Lord opened that door so fast, and I was in there within a month of just hearing about it. I was like, okay, Lord, you're the foreman on this project. So I'm still not exactly sure all the which ways he wants that to go. I know it's going to be something in wellness and inspiration. And, we're having a great time right now doing line dance classes every Tuesday and Thursday. And then I do a couples class. But I know that God has more for Well in the Square that is deeper.
Yeah.
And we already are making lots of friendships there. There's people that are making positive changes in their life. The one girl said, I've already lost 10 pounds. We've only been open since April 15th. But we do pray every single class. I do a prayer either at the beginning or the end, because, like my profile picture says rule number 1. And then underneath it says, put God at the center of everything. And that's not me preaching to everyone. That's me telling myself, make sure God is at the center of everything. And so I'm really trying to do that. And that is one thing that I have tendency to thank for that, because I considered myself a Christian before I got here. But once I got here and I really gave God, all right, whatever you want me to do, truly surrendered everything over, that's when I got so much closer, and then being here, when you're just so much more closer to nature, when you're driving along and there's just trees on both sides of you instead of cement, when you're just in God's world of beauty, things change. And so I have every day I just get closer and closer to the Lord. And I know it's because I'm here, and, I'm right now, I'm doing what God wants me to do. And I feel that.
Yes.
And so, I feel like, man, so the rule number 1, put God at the center of everything. That is to remind me, am I praying first? Because you hear people that, they're in some type of quandary, and they're like, well, all you can do is pray. And it's like, oh, that's the first thing we need to do.
Yeah.
But it's natural for everybody to say that.
Yeah, it's so easy to forget that, for sure. Yeah. Man, yeah. I love the Southern culture as well. And yes, it's like most people go to church on Sunday, and it makes it so easy to, all right, sure, I'll go to church with you. And then all of a sudden, you get plugged in. And growing up in New Hampshire, religion was nobody I grew up with and went to school with went to church. My family was the only family. And if I had started Stay Positive News up there, and we had printed or published our stories that talk, about God and Jesus and people's spiritual journeys, I don't think they would get as well read as they do right here in Tennessee. So I definitely know what you're talking about, and that's super special. And even though Stay Positive News is not officially religiously or politically affiliated, oftentimes that come up in our articles, as far as like God and people's faith,
Mm-hmm.
because it is such a positive thing in many people's lives down here, and
Mm-hmm.
we're proud to share that as well.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. All right, we got to do another break here. So let's go ahead and hear about Veterans Motorplex.
It is racing season here in Middle Tennessee, specifically here in Robertson County, and we have got a family-friendly, wonderful racetrack. If you're new to the county and you're not aware of what we have going on at Veterans Motorplex, you need to put it on your calendar. It's racing season officially March to October. Sometime they extend over into November, but right now they're making some track improvements. So Jerry wanted to go ahead and get back on the air with us and say, save the date. We're thinking the first official race will be first or second week in April. They're still going to have that family pack of tickets for $40. You can take up to 6 kids, 2 adults in for one $40 price. No alcohol served at the track. That's very unusual. So that means it is completely family friendly. You can bring your family out every Saturday evening, starting very soon, probably the first or second weekend in April. If you need to know more, you can follow them at Highland Rim Speedway on social media. But it's Veterans Motorplex. 615-643-8725 is a number to call for details. 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. When you get out there to the races, you tell them U-Turn sent you.
All right, I'm back in studio. This is Lee Marie in for U-Turn Laverne on One Street Over. And I'm super happy to have Rachel Allison here today from Stay Positive News. It's been fabulous so far. Laverne she actually had her knee replacement surgery already. So please be in prayer for her speedy and supernatural, wonderful, complete recovery. We miss you, Laverne, but she will be back on Monday. So today I will be doing a go show right after this. Tomorrow, Miss Deborah Grant's going to be filling in. And Friday, I will be here on Faith Friday with the cast of Ruth. And I don't know, did you hear about that?
Ooh.
South Haven is going to be doing
Yes.
Ruth Friday night. So
excited.
yes, so that's going to be wonderful. And I wanted to mention really quick because I had something exciting happen to me yesterday. I don't know how many of you were at actually I do know there was 50 of you in line at the soap factory on Saturday because the first 50 people got free soap for a year. Yes.
What?
Yes. Which means, okay, so you got a punch card. So every month you get to go in and pick out a full size bar of soap. So this is the one I got yesterday.
Wait,
It's called Bum Bum Smell It.
I want to eat this.
I know you will because it smells like coconut and caramel.
Oh,
I know.
I'm obsessed.
So anyways, that was the one I picked for June because I was one of the 50 in line. And then if you spent over $50, you got put into a drawing for free laundry soap for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And they posted the video on Soap Factory of them drawing it and announcing it. Lee Marie.
Wow.
I know.
That was your lucky day.
I could not believe it. I was in shock because sometimes you think you might get win something. Like that day, I was like, oh, there's no way. I didn't even think.
Yeah.
And so when I got that text and I saw them draw it online, I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. What a blessing.
Oh, yes.
Because I had already started using their laundry soap because
Okay.
Saturday I bought some, because the $50 on it. And you can get any scent put in it. So I got lavender put in,
Ooh, relaxing.
Yeah, relaxing. And then also, bug repellent. So it's that
Oh.
time of year,
I didn't even think of that.
Oh, I did. So anyways, I just, like it says, use an ounce. I had the liquid. But really, you don't even need an ounce. You need less than that. And then when I put it in my dryer, which I didn't put anything else in my dryer, like a, softener or anything, you could still smell the lavender throughout my whole house just going through the dryer. So I love their laundry soap already. Like I've already used it 5 times. And then yesterday when I found out that I was the winner, I was like, what a blessing. That is so awesome. So anyway, just telling you all, you should definitely go in Soap Factory because their stuff is natural. It's plant-based. You can get any scent that they have put in, which I think they have like 30 or so scents.
Yeah.
And some of them are even distinct for Robertson County. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, there's one called Robco.
Okay, I
Yeah.
need to go over there.
So they have the body spray, body oil, body butter, laundry soap, lip balm, car fresheners, everything, and it's natural. And that's something that I've also been trying to do coming here.
Yes.
Is going more chemical free and getting rid of, especially because I have Wild Doc on every first Friday. And so he's been educating me on all of the stuff, like those plug-in air fresheners, not good,
Mhm.
all that stuff that, it's synthetic or plastic or, just chemicals.
Yes.
And so I've been trying to go chemical free. So having Soap Factory, like, 4 doors down from the well is it's just awesome.
Probably a little dangerous for your wallet.
Yes.
Yes. I need to go by there because exactly what you said, the things that are in some of our big box retails that we like to go to typically to get, perfumes and candles and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So bad for you.
Right.
The other great thing too is this is an easy gift for somebody in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You go down to the soap factory, you get them something local, a
Mm-hmm.
cool flavor.
Right.
Great idea. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind for, Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Day, things like that. Maybe even Father's Day. Father's Day is this weekend.
Exactly. And
have-
yeah, and it's cool because they are owned by a couple in Springfield.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a local couple. So that's really
Yes.
cool.
Shop local for sure. That is wonderful.
And then I will mention these flowers back here because the Seeds of Hope. Did you go on that garden tour at all?
I didn't
Okay.
have a chance to. I was out of town, but I heard wonderful things about
Yes,
it.
it was really wonderful. And so if you want to donate to Martha's Song, you can find them on Facebook. But we have some flowers here from Made Whole Farm, and I actually interviewed Rebecca from Made Whole Farm. I don't know if you have been there yet, but if you haven't, you need to put that on your stop for places to go because beautiful. Oh my gosh. Their greenhouse full of flowers right now, and they also have a prayer tent in there that you can leave a prayer request or go in there and pray, or they'll pray with you. So it's talk about a positive feeling when you go over there.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. I know one of the stops on the tour was South Central Growers too, which they just have an amazing operation going on as well. So I love to see that on the list. I hope there was a great turnout for the event.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful day. So
Love it.
make sure y'all get there next year. All right, so I know you got some more cool stories. So
I do.
all right.
Okay, so let's talk about high school. So I graduated high school. I'm gonna age myself here. I graduated high school in 2011, and I remember there was just your basic classes. Of course, you could take your honors classes too, and then there was AP classes. And that was about it. We had a wood shop. We had a computer tech class. I was in the journalism yearbook class back then too. But again, very limited. And today's high school environment has so many options. I am absolutely mind blown to tell you, there are all of those things that I just listed still, but on top of that, there's what they call a CTE program, Career Technical Education. There's also dual enrollment classes where kids can be taking a class while still in high school that earns them real college credit. And part of the CTE program, they have classes that high schoolers can take in so many different industries. There's culinary, there's automotive, there's electrical, there's plumbing, there's HVAC, there's graphic design. The list goes on and on and on. So when you get to high school, you can really, really fine tune your the courses that you take like you would do when you get to college, to be specific. Of course, you're going to still have to do your gen ed classes, but so if you're a Robertson County student, or you know of a Robertson County student who might be interested, there's a brand new dual enrollment program for students interested in agriculture business, and they're calling it agribusiness. So think this will be launched in the fall. There's still time to sign up for it, and it allows Robertson County students to complete up to 10 college level classes by high school graduation. I think that's starting as a junior. And so the program's held at Vol State Springfield campus. It aims to remove financial and time barriers. So I'm pretty sure it's free or close to free to participate to get 10 college credits. It's a high quality education. And these credits can be transferred towards any college in the nation and towards any agriculture degree as well. So even if you don't end up being in agribusiness, like say you want to move towards horticulture or something after, all of these credits will still apply. It's not like it would have been wasted time. So you can do this for very low cost. You can come out of high school with college credits towards your degree and either save money towards paying for college or be able to get multiple degrees by the time you graduate after 4 years. So, some really, really smart decisions there, especially for students who have an interest in agriculture. I definitely suggest reaching out to either your local school or Robertson County CTE. They have their own Facebook page too that you can follow. Or, the nice women at Vol State Springfield, Meredith Young, or UT Martin's Erica Bell would be able to help answer questions about these courses and get you signed up if it's something that is a possibility for you. So we know one student that'll be doing it in the fall. Her name's Cheyenne Curry. She's a Greenbrier High School student, and she wants to be a veterinarian. And so when she found out about this program, they were like, wow, this is great. So Cheyenne's going to be doing that, and I'm sure she's going to absolutely rock it. Because I don't know about you, but when I have a passion for something, I do a lot better at it. It's easier to really pay attention and to want to learn when it's something that you care about. So they're doing a really great job in our local high schools, really tuning into people, their like students' passions, and then also preparing them for the real world more now than they ever have before. So check out the agribusiness. I knew I was going to stumble on this word every time. Agribusiness dual enrollment program through Robertson County. All right, another great story we have coming up. We have a local karate team that is going to be competing next month in a national competition and Team USA trials for the Olympics. Very exciting news. These local athletes go to V-Force Karate, and they're based out of Venetta's Martial Arts in White House. So this team has students from age 9 to 17 and a few young adults, all coming from Robertson or Sumner counties. And they have been training rigorously. They're working hard. And they're ready to show up at this national competition and represent Robertson County quite well. They're coached by Allie Henry, Olivia, and Austin Balding. And the team that will be competing is Rebecca Stout, Ben Henry, Lily Shivers, Sophia Sanchez, Bo Walton, Kayla Ford, Madison Newberry, Gavin Newberry, Brooklyn Newberry. I'm just now realizing we've got 3 siblings here competing. Eva Walton and Luke Williams. And so their competition is July 11th through 14th. So be rooting them on. They have a Facebook page, V-Force Karate. They're also doing some fundraisers to help kind of offset the costs of traveling to this competition, so it's not all on the athletes and their families. I know they just did a bake sale over Memorial Day, and they've got some other stuff planned. So if you follow their page, you'll be able to keep up with that. Really, really fun, especially if you know one of the students that I just listed. Make sure you reach out to them and wish them good luck. This is a big deal for them and for our community as well. Maybe they'll bring back some titles for us.
That's so cool. Oh, we just had a question on Facebook, so I'm going to just interject real quick. Someone asked, where is the soap factory? So I'm going to tell you. It is between Crossroads Christian Bookstore and Springfield Guitar. So it's right there on Main Street. I don't know the exact address. I know that my place, The Well in the Square, is 600 South Main Street. So if you go and park there, because it's walking distance from there, just like maybe a few doors down. You will find it. So thank you, T, for the question. And yeah, go and check them out. And what's cool, they're actually open until 7 on the weekdays. So that's a little bit later than some of the places. So, if you're at Crossroads closes at 6 on the weekdays, then, you can go just right across, or same side of the street, but right, a couple doors down, and there's the soap factory. So I like that. I like that they're open a little bit later. All right.
I love that. Honestly, you could take a whole day and just go shop around the square, check out all the businesses. Have you been to 504 Climb over there yet?
Did you hear that they're leaving?
No.
I heard that. You better get in there and tell them not to leave.
Okay, well, here's our message. Do not leave, please. Yeah, I was just there climbing, and it was awesome.
Go in there and try to persuade them not to leave, because someone told me they were, and I haven't even been in there yet.
Okay, well, we gotta figure out if there's any truth behind that for sure.
Oh, encourage them to stay, everybody. Because
go climb there. Everybody, go climb there right now.
Because that's one thing that when I got here, people would say, there's not enough stuff for the kids. We need more stuff. Mm-hmm. And so this is something. So y'all need to support it if you want to keep it here. But please, I think you would be a good person to go in and persuade them to stay. It's not too late.
See if they'll remember when I was there climbing a few weeks ago. But no, I've looked into it. You can have a kid's birthday party there for very, very reasonable cost.
Awesome. How fun would that be?
Close the place down, like a private kids party there.
Or an adult party too, right?
Yes. Absolutely. Take your church group there, take your youth group, or just take your friends, your neighbors, go have a night. It's so important. That's one thing about living in these small communities like we do. We have to support them. We have to support the businesses. And there's many ways that you can do that. One, obviously showing up and spending money there. That's going to be able to, provide that financial assistance to them to be able to pay their bills, to pay their employees to actually exist. But, if money is tight for you and you're unable to go spend money there are other ways to support our local businesses as well. Following them on social media, sharing their posts, tagging your friends in their posts, hey, they got a sale going on. I can't make it to the sale, but I know this person want to. Yeah. Just really showing up and supporting them, because it really is hard being a small business owner. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll tell it to you, I am a small business owner. It's hard. Mm-hmm. Some months you're I don't know if the bills are going to be paid. And everybody loves the idea of a new business coming in, but it takes work to support it.
Can I do a little quick plug right here for this one that you got to hear? Moringa Tree. I know some of you have eaten at Gina's Place in White House, but we are now blessed to have them in the Springfield Square. So
very exciting.
I know. They have moved into Southside Drug Co.'s spot right there where the other cafe had left. So they've only been there about a week now. I've already gone in and had 3 things that I loved, every single one of them. Go in there. It's so yummy. And, what a great alternative to the grease and poison that's served as fast food.
You actually leave here feeling full and not feeling gross after the. I'm going to plug the pesto grilled cheese. Really good. Also, their acai bowls are top notch if you like acai. So
nice. Go check them out. They're open, I believe, I think their hours were, I know they're open till 2. I know they're closed on Sundays, and so I think it's 9 to 2, Monday through Thursday, and then maybe 9 to 3 on Saturday. But we'll check that out. But just definitely go into Moringa Tree right there, and you won't be sorry.
I know the one in White House during lunchtime is just popping all the time, and so hopefully this one will be too here in Springfield.
Awesome. All right, we have one more commercial to run while you figure out what your last story probably will be. Let's go ahead and hear about Cumberland Connect.
Robertson County, it is time to join the Gig Club. Get Cumberland Connect. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, well, good news. You can join me in the Gig Club.
It is racing season here in Middle Tennessee, specifically here in Robertson County, and we have got a family-friendly, wonderful racetrack.
Robertson County, it is time to join the Gig Club. Get Cumberland Connect. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, well, good news. You can join me in the Gig Club, and you can have a full gig for.
Not sure why the Cumberland Connect ad has given us a little bit of grief there, so I'm just going to tell you, Cumberland Connect, hopefully it is now in your neighborhood. You can go on their website, check it out, put in your address. And I know that no one is unaware of Cumberland Connect and how fast. I don't know if you guys have it, but I know that Laverne is just like her whole world has expanded now that she's in the gig club is what she calls it. But I know that there's different packages that you can do. I know that there's now a referral program, so if you refer somebody and you're a customer, you can get some cool things. I saw that. I stopped at their Customer Appreciation Day.
It's so sweet that they do that.
Yeah,
they're such a great company.
Mm-hmm. So is there anything you wanted to add about Cumberland?
Oh, I love Cumberland Connect. They are a partner of Stay Positive News. And so they love to support the community. Hearing their story as to why they've started building out internet access, they actually started in like the rural areas. And the reason being is because they wanted to provide internet access to people who just haven't had it. Like, there's a real need for it. Kids need to do homework. People work from home now. So they started in the rural areas, which was not the easiest thing to do. They actually just launched in my neighborhood in Gallatin. So we will be switching to them for sure. Love them. They're fantastic. They also offer financial assistance. I know you can apply for that on their website. So they try to make it just as accessible as possible because we just live in a world where everybody really needs internet now. I mean, it's just how it is. So
Right. Thank you so much for doing that ad. I really appreciate that.
I got you.
A little bug in the system there. Also, I did want to let you know, I just got a text that there are some events going on this Friday and this Saturday that I want to briefly make you aware of. So this Friday night, South Haven is going to be doing a production of Ruth. So you're going to want to check that out. I'm also teaching a swing dance class at Shalom, but we're going to hear about that later in the next hour because we actually have a guest coming in from Shalom. And then also this Saturday morning, there's several breakfasts going on that I want to tell you about. So ladies, you can have breakfast at Oakland Baptist Church. That starts at 8:30, but you do need to RSVP, and their number is 615-384-4327. Again, that's 615-384-4327. And that is right there on Highway 76 East in Springfield. So that's Oakland Baptist Church. Their ladies' breakfast is at 8:30. And then you can go on over, ladies, to South Haven. South Haven is also having their ladies' event, and it is a luncheon. So over at South Haven Baptist Church, 11 to 1 is the free ladies luncheon. And so you can still register for that, even though it says it closed on June 9th. Cindy just sent me a text and said you can still come to that ladies luncheon, 11 to 1 this Saturday. Also this Saturday is Purpose Life is doing their annual men's breakfast. And they do that every Father's Day weekend. And so that's 8 to 10, no charge, and that's at Purpose Life Church, 805 Memorial Boulevard in Springfield. All gentlemen are invited, so you don't have to be a father to go to their Father's Day breakfast. Just come. They have a great time of fellowship there. I know my husband and my father-in-law go every year, and they absolutely love it. And, oh boy, I'm getting more stuff in here. So I'm going to have to save the rest of those for the Go Show because all of a sudden I'm getting texts about this weekend.
Love it.
There's always a lot going on in Robertson County.
Yeah,
and so stay
absolutely.
tuned for the next hour because we're going to be going over events like crazy in the Go Show. So is there anything else that you want to
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you mentioned South Haven. They actually just became our official Positive News sponsor.
Oh.
So all Positive News stories are now sponsored by them. So many of which we covered today. They're awesome. Love South Haven.
Very cool.
Go watch Ruth for sure, for sure. But yeah, if you're interested in reading more positive news stories, please go to our website, www.staypositive.news. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I promise you will be so glad that you plugged into this local positive news website. Again, we're a small business right here in Robertson County, and it would mean the world for your support to us for your support.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel. It's such a pleasure to be able to talk to you finally one-on-one.
Yes, it was wonderful.
And I'm so glad that you came in. And man, I can't wait to look at your website and the Facebook page and just pour into it now. So
Yeah, and we're going to do an article about you soon.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm excited for that.
Well, you don't have to go that far. But anyways, I'm so glad you joined us on 1100 WSGI. This has been Lee Marie filling in for U-Turn Laverne. And please continue to keep her in your prayers because she had a knee replacement surgery. But she will be back on Monday. But in the meantime, I'll be holding down the fort. And then, of course, on Thursday, Miss Deborah will be holding it down. So thanks so much for joining us. You've been listening to 1100 WSGI.